What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Uniquely Destiny. Hola, bonjour, ¿cómo estás? I hope everyone is doing muy bien. Y'all, we are back for our second part of Hot Topics. I should call them steamy topics, okay? I think I'm going to change the name to steamy topics, okay? Yes, the streets of the world, of the reality world, are hot, honey. And, you know, earlier we talked about a few people, inclusive to Nene Leaks and all of that. So in this part, y'all, we're gonna just jump right into it with the Latto of it all, the Wendy Osefo of it all, and all that things. But before we do, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so you do not miss out when I am live and posting things. Okay. Also, before I get started, tomorrow we have a giveaway. It will be a $20 giveaway to Walmart. Okay. $20 giveaway tomorrow to Walmart. Look for the post, turn on the notifications so you do not miss out. Make sure you are commenting Walmart giveaway on the post that will be up in as soon as this live is over so that you do not miss out on the giveaway. Okay. So I really do appreciate all of you all that were in the giveaway today. And yeah, without further ado, we're just going to jump right into the things of the things. Now, I do have to put my copyright disclaimer on here because if I don't, hey, we might be in some trouble. All right. And again, thank you to the one, two, three of y'all that come in because, child, it don't take many. God said when a few come together, we can get some praising done. Okay, blessings flow. Okay, all right. So before we get started, copyright disclaimer, Act of 107. We are doing this for research purposes. So without further ado, we are going to discuss this. They need to take that off of here. Like, I do not like it. Like, why does that pop up like so much? All right, y'all. So we're just gonna jump into the Latto of it all. And honestly, I will keep that going. So, y'all, in the streets of the United States of America, y'all, it says Latto is allegedly sparking rumors of pregnancy, y'all. She showed up to a Christmas party covered up like a nun. They said because she came to that Christmas party covered up like a nun. And again, shout out to the Jasmine brand, y'all. Shout out to the Jasmine brand. I really do not like this and it's no way of getting around it. Like, bro, get out of here. What? Get out of here. Anywho, yeah, I don't even know why this there. Like, get out of here. All right, let's see. So again, shout out to the Jasmine brand, y'all. Copyright fair use, y'all. It's stated that Latto is, allegedly pregnant, y'all. But again, we heard this back in October too, where she came out and she had a whole flat stomach. She was not pregnant. So, we don't know what's to believe, what's to be true. If y'all don't know Latto is a prominent singer, rapper, songwriter, the things are the things. She is biracial. And she is allegedly a woman that likes married men. Okay, she love her a married man. Allegedly. Yeah, she love her some 21 Savage. That's what they say. The baby daddy's 21 Savage. Now I don't know these. We don't know. We ain't in the bedroom. We don't know who on that phone, and who calling her phone and all the such the things are the things. But allegedly she came out, to the world, and she definitely agreed that that's her man. So. Allegedly, y'all. Yeah. The woman that likes married men. This is who she is, okay? Anywho, so it said pregnancy rumors are once again swirling, y'all, as she showed up in all her furs. So we'll go down here. And shout out to the Jasmine brand. Y'all. This is the lot of
Big mama went in them big pockets.
Okay. So yeah. That's her, Big Mama in the big pockets, covered up in her big jacket, pregnant by a big married man. Allegedly. And shout out to the Jasmine brand. They said pregnancy rumors are once again swirling around Latto after fans dissected photos from her recent Christmas and Clayco event, y'all. Her Christmas in Clayco event. Yeah. So the Atlanta Stars annual holiday giveaway in Clayco County now that it's in its fifth year, y'all, made headlines again after images from the event circulated online showing Latto bundled up in an oversized fur coat, y'all, that covered nearly half of her entire body. While some social media users joked about the heavy look in Atlanta's mild winter weather, others quickly speculated that she may have been concealing a baby bump. As always, the rumors remain unconfirmed, and Latto has previously brushed off these rumors in a playful manner, as she has not addressed the latest speculation. And so Jasmine Brand says until she speaks directly, fans are taking the claims with caution. And despite the gossip, many supporters say that they are simply happy for the 26-year-old and continue to praise her commitment to giving back during the holidays. The speculation comes as a relationship rumor involving 21 Savage continued to linger, keeping Latto at the center of online conversation. And my thing is this, y'all. What if she was just cold? Ain't it is the wintertime? Like, I just went and got me a whole oversized jacket, you know what I'm saying? Cover me from the head to my thighs. But that don't mean ain't no baby up in here. Ain't none but some fat up in this stomach. Nothing. Okay, it ain't flat like Megan Good with the 17 packs, because that woman got some. She got some rips in that stomach, Jesus. But what if she is just cold? Why can't she just be cold? Bird, it's cold in here. But I think that y'all really need to stop with these rumors. In my opinion, just stop with the rumors until she come out. Y'all want her to be pregnant so bad by a married man. Who wants that? Like, boy, y'all are just some of y'all are just twisted out there. I know that y'all get down with the married man. Oh, if they'll mess with me, that's on them. That's on them. No, you shouldn't want to be seeking out no married person anyway. But to each their own. These are grown people. They know right from wrong. And if they choose to mess with each other, okay, so be it. But do not keep putting pregnancy on this woman. This woman and I already came out and told y'all back in October that she ain't pregnant. So until we see a pregnancy, until we see a bump, leave her alone, okay? And bumpity bump somewhere else, okay? All right. So, but what you can do right now is you can donate to her Christmas in Clayco event. Free promotion from me, Latto. So you can donate to her Christmas in Clayco event. Matter of fact, let me look up the Christmas in Clayco event. Hold on. Christmas in Clayco. Okay. Let me see. How do you donate? Well, I'm not seeing a whole lot of how you can donate to Christmas in Clayco, but I'm pretty sure if y'all hit her up on Instagram, she might respond, she might not, or go look at her bio so that you can also figure out how to donate. But get out of this woman business. If she want to be pregnant, let her be pregnant, y'all. And until we get some confirmation, we don't know. Okay. Anywho, moving on. Glad we got that out the way. What did we say? To each their own. All right. So anywho, y'all, we're gonna talk about Doja Cat. Shout out to YouTube. Who is this? Shadow Traces, y'all. Shout out to Shadow Traces, y'all. Take it out. Y'all, Doja Cat and Nicki still going at it. I didn't realize that they were still going at it. Or maybe it's Doja Cat going at it with Nicki. Because they have not been cool since their what does it say? So yeah, they ain't been cool since that whole ordeal. And Doja feels that Nicki has slighted her in some ways, did not, some ways or another, when it comes to the musical aspect of it all. And Nicki has given her commentary about Doja and all of that. But y'all, I was wondering, I had saw this clip, I had saw it. And I said, oh, this is Doja being Doja. But then I read the caption. I had to scroll back down. I said, what's going on? Yeah, I said that Doja did a cosplay in Bangkok. She over there in the Chinatown, doing cosplay of Nicki Minaj with with the white stuff on her nose. And we're gonna just take a look again. Shout out to Shadow Traces of what Doja had to say about it all, while she on stage. Now, for one, you performing, I would not be giving no another person my shine. I need to focus on me. I'm not gonna be throwing no jizzabs at you, baby. We trying to get this money on for me. And we already know that. Shout out to Nicki. I messed with me, Nicki, before. Nicki got some things going on, and we keeping her in the prayer book. But y'all, just let's take a look.
Did Doja Cat just turn into Nicki Minaj on stage? During her Bangkok show, Doja Cat shocked fans by cosplaying as Nicki Minaj, even recreating one of her most iconic moments. The internet is losing it homage, parody, or pure chaos. Doja Cat never plays it safe.
Okay, so there you have it. She was cosplaying as Nicki, what I'm saying? Singing like Nicki and the rips and, tides of singing like Nicki, what I'm saying? Down to the short pink haircut, y'all remember Nicki used to wear that pink bang yang 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 yang. Yeah. So Doja then came up on this internet and then cosplay like that woman. Now, my whole thing is, I don't know if I would, ever, for one, I know I won't ever take it to that extent to, diss somebody just like them, stuff like that. Child, you're non-existent. You're Casper. I don't even see you, baby. Okay. So, but, the fact that she did it and she did it on point is just like, nah, Doja. Doja, you ain't have to do her like that, Doja. You ain't have to do her like that. You could just let it go. Pray for a Doja. You ain't have to go all the way down. You ain't have to get all the way insane. You ain't have to get all the way insane with the white stuff. Like, that is not cute. You know what I'm saying? It's really not cute at all. But I guess that's the way Doja wants to express herself. And she's feeling, obviously she's still feeling some type of way about how Nicki made her feel. So, I guess this is her way of expression. Now, again, I don't agree with it, but hey, outside of, all of what Doja got going, Doja Cat looks good. She looks healthier now. You know what I'm saying? Like, at one point, I feel like she was looking really sick, like really, really, skinny and, like really off a little bit, but thank God that she has come back. She looks like she's eating good. She's healthy, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, she still feels some type of way about Nicki, child. She do not like Nicki, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just wondering if Nicki is going to respond to that. But I hope she don't. Because right now, Nicki got too much on her plate. She needs to be focused on other stuff. The things of the things. All right. Okay. All right. Now we're going to move on to this little boy here. Oh, this little boy is not cute at all to me. He is not a cute little boy at all to me. This one right here. Here you go. Oh, he's not cute. So y'all know the Diddy of it all. Allegedly. Before I jump into this, that 50 Cent, released a documentary on Diddy, and he was, it's called Shun the Reckoning over on Netflix, and he's exposing some of the biggest stories about Diddy, that have come out, and people are feeling more comfortable to share their stories with 50 and such and things. So what happened is we know that 50 has been getting a lot of backlash on why are you here? Why are you here? We're gonna pray for you, because obviously your mud duck looking self is here for what reason? I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, bye, be gone. Okay, all right, bye, see ya. Okay. All right. Anywho, we're gonna keep going, y'all. God is still working on me. Okay. Anywho, so that 50 has been getting a lot of backlash about this documentary and stuff like that. And a lot of people are not liking that he is exposing, Diddy for, who he is, and allegedly, and what he has been doing to some of the people and stuff and things. I think that person that just came in might have been a Diddy stan. That's why they want me to hush, but I'm not. But anyhow, so amongst those people was this little boy, Diddy's son, King Combs. Ugh, ugh. I just don't know. Anywho, so it was alleged that, over on X before he got deleted, that, the son, King, had made a post and was like, on my dad, if I ever see 50, I slapped the mess out of him. You know what I'm saying? That's what he wrote yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that is not funny. Cause why you start there, little boy? You need to stay in your place. I don't know what's wrong with these children. Y'all need to stay in a child's place. I really wish, and I said in my other video, I wish that they had the motherboard. Y'all know the motherboards, them grandmoms and stuff. They used to live in the neighborhood. They outside, they sit on their porch and stuff. They look from afar. They can see from down the road if you doing something. Hey, get out of that road, or I'm gonna tell your mom. Stop doing it. I'm gonna tell, you know what I'm saying? Actually, tell your mom, or get on over here. Let me tell you. And sometimes they'll spank you if they have to. They got permission, they got street, they got they got the street permission to chastise you respectfully, you know what I'm saying? And you can do nothing but respect the mothers, you know what I'm saying? Or even the deacons, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we need some of them back, because this little boy, I don't know where he think. I don't know if you think because you Diddy's son, you can talk crazy and say certain things. No, you cannot. I think you should stay in your place, do what you're doing, and take your trips and do whatever you're doing, modeling, if that's what you want to do. But yeah, do that. But to be going back and forth with 50, you hold no weight, sweetheart. You hold no weight. So stay in a child's place, King. That's all I can tell you. That is my best advice to you, because we know that according to this blog here, who is this? Let me see. Who it is? Who it is? Pop Rant. Yeah, y'all. So according to Pop Rant, 50 came back and said, "Little bro, first close your damn mouth when you take pictures. I've been rich 3 different times. Sold records, sold shows, sold liquor, sold power. You still living on Wi-Fi and legacy. Relax." You know what I'm saying? Oh wait, why did he post it knowing that 50 was definitely going to come back, and get in that jail? Which is why I think that he deleted this post, you know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure he got a phone call from his pops to say, "Look, man, just take it out, man. Let me handle it, man. What you gonna do? Let me know. What is it possibly that you could do right now? You need to be focused on just getting your life together, serving your time, and allegedly, the streets have been saying allegedly that there could possibly be more charges brought on Diddy. So, I just, I'm sending up prayers for y'all, but it's just like, Diddy, you got other stuff to worry about. Do not be getting involved in this either. You don't need to be involved. Your son, you should have taught your son to stay out of grown folks' business. Both of your sons, them two that this one and the other one, that was in that documentary, allegedly. You should have been teaching them right from wrong, and stay out of grown folk business and stuff. But instead, we're here. So, I really don't like the fact that some people were on the internet talking about, 50 didn't have to come in him. 50 didn't have to say nothing back. No, he didn't have to say anything to 50. 50 is a 50-year-old man. This is a 20-something-year-old little boy. What? You ain't above the law. Like 50 said, respectfully chin check them and let them know, little boy, pipe down. Pipe down, because I got your father in a chokehold right now. So, wait, hallelujah. Anywho, so yeah, they say the motivation behind the outburst is unclear, but it marked the second time King Combs publicly addressed 50 Cent during his 2024 track Pick a Side, which positioned him as his father's successor amid months of relentless criticism, y'all. So, 50 again. Y'all saw 50's response, y'all. Look at 50. 50 is unbothered getting his money, y'all. And this man, this little boy who he said, like he said, he can't even close his mouth, y'all, in the pictures. Come to him, boy, please, please, please. Okay. So uh so Diddy's daughters, his twin daughters, they chimed in, to give their brother some words of encouragement and say, don't let the haters bring you down. Just keep going, keep chasing your passion. Do not let negative people get between you and your goals and dreams. Now, shout out to the twins. They seem unproblematic. Okay, they seem unproblematic, but I do have to be fair here. Y'all need to stay in the child's place too. Stay in the child's place too. Okay, let your brother know that behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Let them know they're behind the scenes. But you also did. I think they did a good deed by letting them know, hey, that ain't your battle to fight. You know what I'm saying? That ain't your battle to fight. But everybody just need to let it just be between y'all daddy and 50. That's it. Don't nobody need to be getting into it. Don't nobody need to be getting into it. This ain't y'all battle. Y'all too young for that. Okay. All right. Y'all got a long life, long road. Focus on the long road. Okay. All right, y'all. All right. Anywho, but what do we say? To each their own. All right. Moving on. So we're gonna talk about the GloRilla and Sexyy Redd of it all, y'all. There was this whole debacle about, Sexyy Redd commenting on a GloRilla post, asking her to be a sister wife, and so on and so forth. And y'all, when I heard about it, I was just like, okay, this is probably more than likely fake. But anywho, both of them definitely came out and you know, they shut down the post, claiming, they said that Sexyy Redd wanted to be sister wives with Glow. So fake account, y'all. It says GloRilla and Sexyy Redd both shut down a fake screenshot that made it look like the latter was asking for a polyamorous relationship with Glow and Brandon Ingram, y'all. So if you all are not familiar with Brandon, this is GloRilla's boyfriend. He plays for the Raptors, y'all. So yeah. So anywho, it says that an X account called Hoops Crave posted on Tuesday, December 16th, a fake screenshot that made it look like the latter was asking for a polyamorous relationship with Glow and Brandon. So they posted a fake screenshot of the comment attributed to Sexyy, supposedly telling her what you know about me, collaborator. Let's be sister wives under a video of Glow dancing in front of Ingram. So again, it was a fake account, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So GloRilla ended up having to come to her friend defense and was like, hey, that's fake. Stop playing with me. Again, shout out to Complex, y'all. Shout out to Complex. We're doing research. Definitely want to put that up there. Okay. All right. Okay. So then Sexyy Redd came back and she said, I wasn't even gonna say nothing, but this is weird, y'all. This is weird and fake as hell. I don't even play these kind of games. And whoever sat there and thought to do this is hella lame. And you know what? That is wrong, y'all. Y'all are trying to, whoever did that, they're wrong for that and trying to put a wedge between an already rocky and very thin line of hip hop being in the trenches of mess right now. It was wrong. So I'm glad that they had, that it really wasn't a big deal or anything, and that Glow got to the bottom of that. Because again, if I'm working with you and you come in something like that, I'm definitely gonna be looking at you sideways. I'm not gonna want you around my significant other, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, but the fact that Glow was instantly like, bro, this is fake. Like, come on now. That, like, don't even do that. Like, it tells me everything about their friendship and their relationship. So I just, I can respect that, because right now we have too many people going at it with each other in the hip hop world. We got Doja and Nicki. Well, Nicki versus everybody. Whew, y'all keep Nicki in the prayer book. But I like, I really like when they all collaboratively come together and they work on a project, whether it be, GloRilla and Meg, or Sierra and Meg, or whoever, you know what I'm saying? But to see them go at it, it's not cute. It's just not cute. But y'all, GloRilla look really good now. Look at her in her gold too. She is so cute. She is so Memphis. So Memphis. Shout out to Memphis. Okay, look at her. Look at her. Anywho, yeah, that was very short and sweet, you know what I'm saying? And seemingly nowadays it looks like GloRilla is much, much happier with her man, you know what I'm saying? Like, she looks like she's happy. She's always been like this go-getter, and like she's always had like a very nice, warm spirit, it's a little what that woman say, what Carrie say? Sophisticated. Yeah, it's kind of sophisticated. But I really like it, you know what I'm saying? And she looks so pretty right here, you know what I'm saying? And she got her man, just let that woman be happy and peace, okay? Be happy and peace, okay? All right. Anywho, moving on. All right. Next, we have um Dr. Simone Whitmore and Cecil. It's alleged. We're seeing some stuff go around, alleging that they are, separated or going to be separated or whatever have you, you know what I'm saying? But I really wanted to read Urban Bell to you all about what Simone has had, what Simone has to say about um, this aspect of her relationship and such. So shout out to Urban Bell. And we're just gonna read it, y'all. So it says that Dr. Simone Whitmore, if you all are not familiar with Dr. Simone is from the hit show Married to Medicine, that plays on Peacock every Sunday, y'all. So if you are not familiar with the show, get down into the Peacock and watch all of the seasons. Sometimes you can catch the Married to Medicine show on YouTube, but I can't promise that the quality is going to be great, and I cannot promise that the sound audio will be great either. But hey, if you have Peacock, you won't have them problems, all right? Or if you have live TV, whatever come on, whatever, then you can watch it, okay? But yeah, get on down there. So anyway, y'all, we just gonna read, okay? Copyright disclaimer, y'all. Shout out to Urban Bell, okay? So Dr. Simone Whitmore reacts to Cecil Whitmore comparing himself to former Real Housewife, y'all. And so I've been seeing some commentary around this whole thing about how Cecil felt that he felt like, Camille Grammer from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Now, I'm not too familiar with Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but we're going to get into the things of the things. So here we go. It says, Married to Medicine's fans had a lot to say about Dr. Simone Whitmore's explosive scene with Cecil Whitmore and their two sons. So the minutia of this conversation that we're going to talk about is about on the show this current season, which I think it was the third episode. There was a big blow up between Simone and her husband and her two sons. Well, one son mainly, because the other son was just sitting there like, I wish I wasn't here. I wish I wasn't here. Okay. But Simone got into it with her son Michael, who had, amassed $60,000 in credit card bills, y'all. Y'all see it here. And essentially Michael didn't show any remorse. Yeah. So it was said that in the show that Michael had ran up this bill, but also in the show we see Michael also when Simone asked him, well, how are you gonna pay these bills? When are you going back to law school? What's the deal? What's your next move? You know what I'm saying? Michael kind of got agitated or whatever and was like, well, do you not know? For one, unappreciative, very unappreciative, ungrateful, being ungrateful, okay, being very much so ungrateful to a woman that is working hard for her family. She's the breadwinner of her family. She's taking care of him, being the son, his other sibling, and his daddy. Boy, going on, you need to get a job and work hard for your money. But he pretty much was saying like how Simone doesn't realize that they are pretty much blessed and she can pay for his bills pretty much, and she can do it, and all of that. And he expected Simone to buy him a Tesla and pay for law school, and Simone said she had to pay for her education and loans and scholarships. So that's what she feel like Michael should do. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that she's not going to help him, because again, Simone is a doctor. We know that she's bringing in the coin. Plus, she's on Married to Medicine, so she got it. But just because somebody has it does not mean they have to give it to you, and that includes your parents. When your parents have raised you, it doesn't mean that they should just send you off in the wind. And, you that be it. But you need to work for yourself. You need to learn how to get out here, hustle and bustle, and do the things of the things. Just because your parents are in a position and they have it again does not mean they have to just keep willingly handing you over money. Because again, Simone had to get it out the mud. You just got to get it out the mud a little bit too. That again, that's not negating the fact that she will, she won't help you, but it's just you got to do something for yourself. What you want her to do? But also too, I can understand what people were also saying that Simone kind of put herself in this position because you definitely raise these kids to be how they are. You know what I'm saying? So it's a catch-22. But anyway, so according to the post, it says Michael said that in his he that says so Michael said he's in a different situation because Simone makes a lot of money. So he couldn't understand why Simone wouldn't pay for all of his schooling so that he could become a millionaire after graduation, like his rich white peers. Simone went off after Cecil said that Michael's points were valid. And this is where Simone really was like, look, I'm tired of all y'all. All y'all getting on my nerve. All y'all hit my pockets. And none of y'all have my back. When Cecil pretty much, was like, well, he's just saying, and Cecil does take up for them boys a little too much. It's just like, Cecil, come on now. You should have your wife's back. You should have your wife's back a little bit more. Not saying that he doesn't, because Cecil definitely comes to Simone's defense. But in this situation, it was just like Cecil was kind of, like, he didn't have her back as much. So Simone went off. She was like, I am effing done. I'm effing done, And when people reach that point of them feeling like they have just give it, and they aren't, getting anything in return, let alone simple things such as respect, it's basic morality, basic morals, and the morality of it all. You can't give me respect, but you trying to tell me how I should spend my money on you and you, my son, when I'm doing all the things that I'm doing for you. And according to Simone, they have $5,000 parties. Come on now. May not seem like a lot to some people, but y'all, that's a whole lot of money in this day and time. $5,000 parties, baby, please, come on now. Anywho, so Dr. Simone was, it said Dr. Simone was not here for Cecil comparing himself to a former Real Housewife. So, in that same episode, we see in the upcoming episode that um Simone basically told the other ladies that, she don't want to be married no more. And this isn't the first time that they were going to get a divorce, because I do remember in a previous seasons that, they were on the verge of getting a divorce back then. So this wasn't a shocker, you know what I'm saying? But this is what Cecil had to say. He said Cecil and Simone and Michael addressed the scene on Instagram Live where Simone was taken aback when Cecil compared himself to former Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Camille Grammer. He said, I kind of feel like Camille Grammer tonight watching the show. And for the people that watch Bravo would know what I'm talking about. Simone responded and said, I watch a lot of Bravo and I watch Camille Grammer on Housewives of Beverly Hills. Explain what you mean by saying you feel like Camille Grammer. So Cecil goes on to say, well, Kelsey Grammer basically put her on the show because he was going to get a divorce. Simone was like, and so you felt like this season you were on the show so I could get a divorce? After Michael tried to explain Cecil's point, Cecil says it's a double standard issue. When I had to interview with Carlos King, I had got on there and said that, he said, when I had to interview with Carlos King, if I had got on there and said the same stuff that you were saying, you'd be hurt. And I think you'd have to admit that. He adds, from that scene, they probably only showed 5 minutes, and we filmed that scene for probably close to an hour. So it was a lot of stuff said. It was a lot of stuff that went on behind the scenes, and you don't get to see. And so Michael tries to interject, y'all, and Michael says, I don't think Dad's saying he, and then Simone jumps in. She says, well, Camille was caught completely off base with when Kelsey wanted to divorce. Uh, and he's basically comparing himself to Camille Grammer, and I think it's weird. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we at with it all. Now, what I'm going to give my commentary and say is that I really hope that they work it out, but if it's not working, it's just not working. Sometimes people grow apart, and that's okay. Again, we've seen them at the verge of almost breaking up. I think it was when Omarosa was involved and they were writing a book or something like that, that season or whatever. So yeah, y'all, I'm hoping for the best for these two, because again, they have a beautiful family. But again, if the don't work, it just don't work. Okay, it just don't work. All right. In other news, all right, we're gonna keep going on. What do we say? To each strong. Last but not least, y'all, we're gonna talk about the Wendy Osefo and Eddie Osefo of it all. Now, if you have not been watching The Real Housewives of Potomac, then you may not know who these two are. We have Wendy and Eddie Osefo. Now, Wendy was a professor, and Eddie is a recreational owner, and I think, was Eddie a realtor? I don't know. I can't remember, but let's see. But anyway, y'all, they have been going through the ringer. As you all know, it was alleged like last month sometime that Eddie and Wendy was charged with insurance fraud. So it was stated that they had defrauded the insurance company of about 450K, allegedly. Said that they had called the police, claimed that there was a break-in. When the investigators came into the house, they retraced the steps and everything that they said happened, and come to find out that it was basically an inside job, allegedly. Okay, so again, shout out to Reality Blurb. This is research, news reporting, fair use. Okay. So it says prosecutors claim Real Housewives of Potomac's Wendy and Eddie Osefo, y'all, have very little money following, their whole debacle with going to court in this whole insurance fraud of it all, y'all. And they allege they found 67 debit and credit cards and multiple luxury wallets. Yeah, it was also stated that they hadn't changed their names. They had got some fake accounts in the name of Pam Oliver and Eddie Hennessy. That's what it said. But let's read the Reality Blurb. It said Wendy Osefo and her husband Eddie Osefo attended a court hearing on Friday in Carroll County, Maryland, where their attorneys attempted to block the prosecutor's request to subpoena 8 years of their personal and business financial documents. As the prosecution accused the Real Housewives of Potomac couple, both 41, of being in financial turmoil and cited public interest in their fraud case. Their lawyers claimed the documents were private and confidential, and claimed the prosecution exposed previous records in an effort to embarrass Wendy and Eddie and to develop a motive against them. It says that they have very little money, a prosecutor told a circuit court judge via a December 19 report to the Baltimore Banner. According to the prosecutor, Melissa Hawkinsmith, the state needs access to Wendy and Eddie's records, although many have already been released. So they trying to go back 8 years, y'all. It says the public has an interest in these crimes and to make sure justice is done in this case, she said. As Real Housewives of Potomac fans will recall, Wendy and Eddie were charged, y'all, with 7 counts of insurance fraud. 7 counts. That's a lot. Like, after the first, let's keep going. 8 counts of conspiracy insurance fraud, and one count of making a false statement to the police as they were indicted in October for allegedly staging a fake robbery. That's what it was in 2024 of April, and proceeding to make $450,000 in insurance claims. Too much money. Like I would think that they would get paid enough on the show, but I don't know that. So, as reports suggested, the prosecution claimed the couple reported items stolen, y'all, that had been taken back to the stores for refunds before their alleged burglary. Why would you take them back? Like, you already know that you're being investigated, like, but let's keep going. Anywho, then in November, prosecutors alleged that Wendy and Eddie had been in possession of approximately 40 credit and or debit cards, some of which are believed to be in company names, y'all, and had used fake names, including Pam Oliver and Eddie Hennessy, to deliberately attempt to mask their identity. Yeah, it says week later, the prosecution claims there were actually 67 cars in 4 different luxury wallets, some of which were located in the Chanel wallet that had been reported as stolen, y'all. Sad, sad, sad. So this was them yesterday at the court hearing. So after the hearing, talking to ABC News, this is Wendy and Eddie, and y'all, they just look defeated. They look defeated. And we're gonna keep them in a prayer book because I just don't know. Anywho, what possessed them to do this? But anyway, it said meanwhile, the defense claimed many of the cars were expired or from joint accounts, and noted that Wendy and Eddie had only used aliases when ordering packages. It says they also stated that there was no evidence of the use of fake names in banking records, alleging that the state was making a nonsensical argument over the innocent and innocent innocuous alias aliases. As for Wendy and Eddie's supposedly dire financial state, the attorneys argued that there was no evidence that the Osefos were in financial distress, y'all. It says Eddie's lawyer, Joseph Murtha, also said that prosecutors were seeking information that had no bearing on the outcome of the case, and refuted a prosecutor who said she never spent such high amounts on bags. So, yeah, as the hearing concluded, Judge Richard R. Titus declined to rule on the matter in the court, stating that he was inclined to agree with the state and would rule later in the day on Friday, y'all. So, as you see, y'all, we're going to keep an update on this situation. But what I want to say is, y'all, live within your means. Live within your means. It's okay to not be out here and have all of the things. It's okay to wear Ross. Ross be having some good bags. It's okay to go to Burlington. Burlington be having some good bags. If you want to go to Coach, go to Coach. You know what I'm saying? If you want to rock Fashion Nova. You know, if you want to have a little Coach shirt or something, it's okay. But live within your means, because if not, you end up being, you know, sometimes we find that these people who already have it all becoming more and more greedy. I'm not saying this about Wendy and Eddie, but they become greedy and they lose it all by trying to be greedy and get more and more money. Like, it doesn't work like that. Be humble, be gracious of what you do have, so that you can continue to be blessed through it all. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad because they also have children. They have 3 children. And it's sad that, you know, their children could possibly allegedly be without their parents if they are found guilty. You know what I'm saying? For a while. And, you know, I'm hoping that, you know, they get a little probation. That they get a little probation, you know what I'm saying, or something of that sort. Because, you know, we didn't see people get probation for stuff like this, even though, you know, they should have served time. But maybe they get a little probation or something and learn from their mistakes. You know, not a short probation, but enough to make them think, I don't want to do this no more, and I don't want to make no more moves. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but, you know, it's not okay to defraud and scam and scheme. You know what I'm saying? In their case, you know, it's alleged that, you know, they they defrauded the insurance people, and the insurance people want their money. The number one anyway. But yeah, the insurance people want their money. Okay, the lawyers want their money. Okay, so I'm hoping that it all works out. And two, one thing I would take from this is um be appreciative of what you have, but also do what you can for others with what you got. Because we see on the show that her mom was standing up there and look at Wendy. Wendy got it. She takes care of me. You know what I'm saying? It's like some stuff it's okay to mute. Be mute on. Just be mute. Just don't say nothing. If you want to say anything, well, I'm praying for you. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about this, or don't even talk about it on camera. You don't even have to commentate on it. But it's just the fact that you have people that you are taking care of with these folks' money, with allegedly, and they talking just as much. I don't like that for them. I don't like that for them. But anyway, we would definitely keep this keep an eye on this story, and I definitely will be reporting back on this story, because I definitely again wish the best for them. Again, I'm not saying that uh they shouldn't get some reprimanding, but I'm thinking that, or to be reprimanded, but I am saying that I done seen on some shows on 2020, or those those crime and law shows, people in they ain't my color, they ain't melanin, but they they get off on the same stuff that went in them going through yeah, I'm looking up something else. Hold on, y'all. They get off through. Yeah, so they get off through being on probation. So shout out to Wendy. Shout out to Reality Blur for giving us this update as of yesterday. And so also let's keep Wendy and Eddie in our prayers. Pam Oliver and Eddie Hennessy. All right, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. We are fin to play a track. Okay. Yeah, I'm so glad I wiped off my doggone. I hope this video look much better when I do the playback. Cause Lord, my other videos was kind of grainy, and I'm like, why my face so close? Like why? You know what I'm saying? Anywho, we are going to play a track by My Honey, Colossal Code. Make sure that you are down to the YouTube and are listening. Have like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Okay. Okay. All right, y'all. So it is Colossal Code. Excuse me, y'all. So I've been working. All right, we're gonna play. Let me take this off the stage. I'm going to play Move in Silence. Yeah, I'm going to play Move in Silence by Colossal Code. All right, y'all. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Here we go.
When you posting online, you educating the enemy. Dropping the pen for hoes who ain't too friendly. I got money to make, so ho, I ain't keep. If you a hoe from the past, please don't even mention me. I ain't friendly, I ain't tryna be. I ain't tryna hang around nobody, ain't no me. Dusty broke, poor, ugly, I hate to be. I spin around the sun for the money calling me. My dog serving dog food, like some pedigree. I ain't go to college, but I'm smart, like I got degrees. I'm from the hood, and I'm something like a prodigy. Mama proud, mama say she super proud of me. If you gotta take from your homie, you ain't part of me. If you gotta take from your homie, probably jealousy. I'ma leave a legacy, put your bet on me. I'ma help the fam eat, OTF I breathe. I met a little chick and she say she a fan of me. I met a hate nigga, I'm the one that he tryna be. Ain't no competition, I'm the one, I'm the star see. I got it out the mud, ain't a soul that done help me. When you posting online, you educating the enemy. Dropping the pen for hoe who ain't too friend. I got money to make, so ho, I ain't keep. If you a hoe from the past, please don't even mention me. You posting online, you educating the enemy. Dropping the pen for hoe who ain't too friend. I got money to make, so ho, I ain't keep. If you a hoe from the past, please don't even mention me.
All right, now again, that is Colossal Code. Make sure that you are hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe. But I'm gonna give y'all time to go ahead and screenshot or just get on down there and type in your YouTube and type in Colossal Code. Okay. I know that you all have seen me wear many merch by Colossal Code. So if you want merch, be sure to hit me up on my social media platforms. You can hit me up on here in the comment section if you want one. But yeah, so that is Sugar, aka Colossal Code. All right. All right, y'all see it, okay? All right, we have announcements. We have announcements. Okay. Here I go. There I go. There I go. Uh-oh. Tomorrow we have giveaways, okay? I will be going live. So yeah, I will be going live tomorrow at about 2 o'clock tomorrow. Shout out to the winners of the recent giveaway that I did today. We had Jonica Thomas, we have Nails by Meal, and then we also had Nikki, okay? So shout out to everyone. So like I said, each Sunday I go live. Be sure to go like the comment. Go subscribe to my channel so that you do not miss out. Okay. Turn on the notifications for all notifications, not personalized, but turn notifications on for all notifications so you don't miss out. Tomorrow we will be giving away a $20 Walmart card. So tomorrow's a $20 Walmart card. It'll be in the post. Also look for the live. It'll be at about 2 o'clock PST time. And then on next Sunday, I'll be giving away a $50 Visa card. So I'll get the post up so that you all don't miss out. I'll go ahead and set the lives. I'm going to spend some time on just working on my brand, y'all. We are going up in the 2026 year. But this will be my last time giving something away until probably about March. I'll do another giveaway. So it'll be a little minute before I do another giveaway, unless I'm just feeling on my heart, hearts that I want to give something away. And you never know, I might do it before then, but I wanted to definitely give back because y'all know in just 1 year's time, December 24th, 2024, last year, I only had about I say 64 to like maybe 100 subscribers. And then in just 1 year's time, I've gotten over 6.3. It ain't even been a year. It'll be a year on December 24th that I got 6.3 subscriber in 1 year. So again, if this doesn't teach you anything, it should teach you to stay down with yourself, focus on your vision, and don't worry about who not supporting you, who not there, who not root for you. As long as you got the good Lord above, you got yourself, and you staying consistent within yourself, you're going to always be good, and stay authentic to yourself. You can't help everybody. I learned on this journey, you cannot help everybody. People will hate on you, okay, and get mad when you don't do what they want you to do. but this ain't for you. Okay, do what you do, and I'm gonna do what I do. Okay, while you keep bush watching. Okay, period. So anywho, yeah, tomorrow we have the giveaway, and then do not forget, I have a interview coming up with K Star, aka Carell from the Scene ATL, that will take place on Tuesday, December 23rd, 2025. The interview will take place um right after the episode premieres. So that being said, we might have to adjust the interview, but just keep your notifications on if that happens. But yeah, I just want to let you all know, because we're, again, I only want to keep evolving and elevating my brand. I don't want to stay stagnant. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like some of these folks out here. Y'all know me from either praising God, doing nails, or doing my commentary. So I'm never out here bemoaning and, you know, you know, being reticent with information. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it. So again, if you take anything from this, just take that. As long as you keep doing what you're doing and stay authentic to yourself and show up for yourself and keep working as hard as you can for yourself, and keep giving praises to God, everything gonna happen in its time. Because y'all, I used to get told a lot, you should do interviews, you should do this, you should do podcasts, you should do that. And I didn't feel like I was ready, but look at God just pouring it in my lap now since I've been doing reviews. And I want to thank Carl again. I keep saying it because he didn't have to do this, but him being the CEO of this show, um, you know, I can't thank him enough, for coming on and being my first guest. So shout out to Carl. Shout out to the whole the Scene ATL platform and cast. Shout out to Stylish TV, aka Miss JT. So shout out to everybody, y'all. And again, I appreciate all of you all that stay tuned in to my channel and like, comment, give me feedback that can help me, whether it's good, bad, and different. I'm taking it all, and I want to learn and I want to grow. I'm looking at other people's platform, you know what I'm saying? I'm learning and growing from theirs as well. So I'm excited about this interview. It'll be my first interview with a real reality star. So don't give me too much strife, but definitely give your feedback. If it's some questions that y'all think I should be asking, if you don't hear it in the interview, definitely feel free to give your commentary. Drop some knowledge in the comments, but be respectful, okay? All right, y'all. So we got a few things coming up. All right. So again, turn those notifications on because it's only going up on Uniquely Destiny's page. Okay. Again, merch is on the way. As you all seen the other day, I have a t-shirt, Uniquely Destiny. I will be having once I figure out the printer of it all, right? My printer was acting weird the other day. I will be shout out to Bendo Kane. Bendo Kane is also on the Scene ATL. Okay, he's also a cast member on the Scene ATL. He always stops in and show my page so much love. So shout out to Bendo, and then shout out to Just Patches. Okay, Just Patches always stops in on many of our platforms and such, and gives us so much shows us so much love, and gives us great feedback as well. So shout out to the both of them. Okay, so yeah, don't be late. All right. So going back to the merch of it all, I will be having merch soon. In this year coming up, I'm going to make that a focus so that it's not just something I'm continuously saying. Like, no, I want y'all to be able to merch it out. So let me work on a website. Let me work on some shirts, and I'll definitely let y'all know where you can go click the link in the website to purchase your merch. But right now, if you want merch, you can just hit me up on Instagram or anything, and I can do orders that way. But I don't have a website, but in the new year, hopefully I will have a website coming soon. So yeah, more merch is on the way, and then I also have my assiduously Destiny podcast merch as well coming soon. So we got a lot of things coming, okay? A lot of things of the things in the works, okay? All right, y'all. Well, this has been a great live. I went exactly an hour, 30 minutes over than what I wanted to do. I hope you all enjoy this commentary. I'll see you tomorrow for our $20 giveaway to Walmart. And then we'll see you back here on Tuesday, the 23rd, right after the Scene ATL premieres, where I will be hosting a interview with the CEO of the show, that is It's K Star. And yeah, we're going to go from there. And then don't forget, on the 28th of December 2025, we're giving our final and big giveaway away of $50 Visa card, okay? Just want to keep putting that out there so you don't miss out, okay? Again, I'm going to work on the thumbnails and we'll be back, all right? All right, y'all. Don't forget to say your prayers if you're on the replay game. Hola, bonjour, como estás? I hope everyone is doing muy bien. I'm out this thing, and bye.